today's video, I just want to talk about warming up and stretching before you start practicing or playing. And this is something I only started doing maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. And the reason why I started doing it is because I started having problems. I started having pains. I started having swelling in my pinky finger. I was having a shoulder problem. A problem in my wrist too. And this is normal. I mean, when you think of it, when you're doing something repetitively day after day, drummers really are like athletes. We're just using different muscles, very small muscles. So if you think about, let's say, practicing your fingers every single day, or playing gigs, you know, you're playing hard, you're lifting your arm up like this, using your wrist, using your fingers. We practice, we play gigs, we're doing this every day. And over time, if you don't stretch those muscles and warm up before, you're going to get hurt, and it's going to give you some problems. You might have to stop playing for a little while like I had to. And it's really not fun. So I'm just going to show you a few stretches and some also just what I do before I start practicing or playing. And warm-up is really a warm-up, so you don't go fast when you do it. It's really, what you're doing is just getting your muscles warmed up and starting to move them around so you can get to play fast or harder when you're doing a gig or when you're practicing, let's say, for a few hours or even longer than that. So the first thing I do before I even hold the sticks, is I just do some stretches. And the first stretch I do is a wrist stretch. And what it is one hand is just doing this, okay? So you're just going clockwise, turning your wrist like this, okay? And then what you're going to do is just add your other hand to it, and both hands are going to do this motion. And this really stretches your wrist and like your forearm here. And you just do it for, like, let's say, I don't know, you could do it for 30 seconds to a minute. Just doing that. And when you do these stretches, you're going to notice as soon as you put the sticks in your hands and you start playing, you're going to feel a lot looser. You're going to feel like your hands are already broken in. Okay, so that's the first stretch. And this one might take you a couple of days just to get the motion right. But once you get it, it's easy. Okay, then the second one I do is I just stretch my fingers like this. So I put my arm out like this with my hand facing up. And then I just pull back on my fingers. And in the same way, I hold this for 30 seconds to a minute. And I do both hands, of course, and kind of ease into it, and then you could pull it back more, as you really have to feel a stretch, but don't push it and do it too much, because you could also hurt yourself. Okay, so those are the two basic stretches I do before I play. Okay, so then the next thing I'll do is just very light single strokes, okay, with a big motion. So like bring the stick all the way up to 90 degrees, and I'll start very, very slowly, just like this, just to get the wrists moving. And I'll slowly just bring the tempo up, but not too much. And this is about the fastest I'll go, while staying very loose always. Never get tight. You just want to warm those muscles up to prepare you for playing. Okay, and I'll do that for maybe 2-3 minutes. And then to get the fingers involved, I'll just do double strokes. So I'll start just very slow. And slowly the same thing. And as I go a bit faster, I'll get the fingers involved. is about how fast I'll go for doubles. And again, big strokes, not small. And then another warm-up that I do is a warm-up that I got from Vinny Colaiuta, and it's very simple. It's just you start with just one note in each hand, starting with your left hand, left, right, then 2, left, left, right, right, then 3, left, 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 right, 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 then 4, left, 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 right, 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 right. And then you go back down. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, then you go 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it would look like this. And the same with this one. I start it very slow and I don't go fast with it. I bring the tempo up a little bit, but really it's a warm-up. So you don't want to hurt yourself, you just want to get your muscles ready so you can push yourself. So that's what I do for warming up. I know it's not the most exciting thing, but I think it's something very important that I think a lot of drummers and musicians overlook. I did for a long, long time, but I think if you really try to do it every time before you practice and after, you can really avoid hurting yourself and just stay healthy playing and keep practicing. So I hope you guys got something from this video, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.